everything I've worked for.
A very pleasant good day, and welcome to Sault Ste.Marie in the YNCU Curling Center. It's the Henderson Medal Fall Classic presented by Kioti Tractors of Ontario. Yeah, this match here, our featured game is between John Schuster, the U.S., and Andrew Simmons from St. John's in Newfoundland, Labrador. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined today by Terry Corbin. And how you doing today, Terry?
Great. Looking forward to this match. Watched a little of the first games this morning, and ice looks good. Curlers are good. We're good.
And what was slightly better was John Schuster's last stone draw, so they will have the hammer here in end number one, throwing the green stones. And we're underway.
Andrew's called for this one just short, hoping to get to the center line. And we are playing the new rules, are we not?
Yes, the no-tick rule is certainly in effect.
Have you noticed much difference between the new rule and the strategy?
It does make getting those guards all the way to the center be important, but with that being said, I haven't seen too many rocks like get ticked, which are eligible to be ticked, so to speak, because
Right.
Because the fact that they're just off the center line, by definition, gives them an angle in and makes them very useful to run. So teams are pretty much leaving them there.
Mm-hmm.
It does make the ends more busy for sure.
Yeah, I haven't noticed a lot of change in the strategy so far, but it being so new, I'm sure it won't take long before somebody finds that there's an advantage of doing something that we weren't doing.
Well, these guys are good.
They definitely are. Schuster wasted no time coming around either.
Yep, here's Keith Jewer, and he does manage to skinny past that long guard and bring it in, and Schuster's going to hit and roll back.
Now, just out of curiosity, is John playing with a 5-man team this year? The reason I ask is I don't see Hamilton, or I haven't seen Hamilton at all the games.
Yeah, I do know they carry a fifth. Let me,
yeah,
because I was gonna say I definitely see Hamilton's hair.
Yeah, that's why it caught my attention. This one's slipping way back. John looks like he's pretty content to play this as clean as possible.
And it turns out, buddy, that our audio is on the wrong draw right now. So let's just let it go for a minute. So for those of you watching the other game, apologize that we are talking about the wrong thing and vice versa right now.
They probably think we haven't had coffee yet this morning.
Oh, the chat is very aware, and so are we. So I think I'm just going to bugger up until I know it's right.
Already.
Wade is calling for a double here.
I think they were looking to hit that a little thinner to try to get behind the guard there. So let's leave a double there. Yeah.
It is fairly thin double though. Worst case is if he gets a little too thick, he'll hit and roll and tap into his own green one. And we'll still be behind cover and will be shot. So
Pretty thin, eh? Third?
I think so.
About a third? Trying to make a curl here now. Oh, he must
No,
be good.
no,
No, that was they
no,
missed the sleep on that one.
no. Need to hit it much thinner.
Yeah,
An inch.
there's a unforced error there. In other games that we have going on this afternoon, on sheet A, we have Team Moorbrook from Ontario and Team Klima from Czechia. Team Morizumi from Japan on sheet B against Team Jeong. Team Brothers from Manitoba against Team Robert from Northern Ontario. We have our feature game here on sheet D. On sheet E, we have Team Hostley from Switzerland against Team Young from Newfoundland. And on sheet F, Team Schuster against Team Simons from Newfoundland. We got a great field assembled here. Fans are loving it so far.
Yeah, we had a pretty good crowd this morning for the 9 o'clock.
9 a.m. crowd. Awesome. I would say there's more here this afternoon.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Well, they're going around the longish guard, trying to stay at the top of the forefoot. Don't want to sneak back there and let Maeda get out of the hand with a freeze. Working it pretty hard. And that's a great shot.
Well, looks like they can see enough of it, they feel, to kind of make the similar shot that they previously had. But there is a guard out front.
I don't think they can see a lot of that.
Yeah, about a quarter.
Well, I don't even know if it's that much.
Probably
Maybe
what
an
he's
eighth.
got a hit too, or less.
He's asking the front end to let him know how much he can see.
Well, two options, I guess, Juha here.
Yeah, I would say so.
Drill that one back that's on the center line to see a narrow end, or try to hit what they see, or maybe even a little less than what they see.
That's pretty thin. Taking a long time to make this decision. And again, these games are timed. See how much ice he takes.
The games are being timed at this event, so players are wary of the time clock, and they are given the 33 minutes with 2 timeouts during the game. So, hey, he's got a tough one right off the get-go here.
He asked for a little bit more ice when he was in the hack.
So Takumi Maeda, yep, throwing his first off of the first end.
Trying to keep it straight. Don't want to wreck on that guard. Well, he's got it by. And that's a beauty.
Okay. Well done.
Very well done.
So Scott is going to try to outturn freeze on this one. Blank end is out of the question here now, so somebody's
Just got to nudge that green one just a little bit. There is a gap between the green and the yellow, so it is possible. I don't know if he can nudge it enough to get to.
Well, this is his first. Oh, this is his last shot, right?
Last rock, yeah.
Tough one. Just cleaning it. Going on it now. I got to go on this.
Gotta go big time. Yeah, no nudge.
That
One
was a
yellow.
tough one. So, Howard gets one of the first in, 1-0 after one end of play, and we'll be right back.
Gripper first. Perfect.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, you got it. Yellow.
Come on up. Okay, well, what do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
And we're back. And Scott Howard asked for a center guard on the first one, and the rock didn't quite make it over the hog line, so that was a hog rock. Now he's asking for the center guard again. This one a little bit closer.
Okay, so intern draw for Tim Marsh, the lead from the Howard team.
Looking for a center guard. Trying to get it, get a piece of that center line.
And yeah, I think
And
he caught
I
a
think he
piece of
did.
it, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, so
That rock cannot be moved.
block the seat, yeah. I believe Coach Glenn is here this week, Juha.
He is.
So nice to have Glenn back after giving up the game in terms of playing. Actually, one of his last events was right here last year. They had a great run and lost the semifinal and a great game against Team Tornes from Italy. So Scott's taking over the team and solid team.
Trying to go around that center guard, but not not quite as much movement as he thought. Oh, no, he left it short, which is okay. Trying to control that center. A fair amount of curl here. He's out into the few inches out into the 12-foot.
Intern come around. Lots of nice movement on this ice, you like
Yeah.
exactly where they wanted it.
Yep.
So Takumi Maeda will try to come down and lean on that. Taking again less ice, right?
Yeah,
So
he's got about 4 or 5 inches less ice.
yeah, so probably throws a little more rotation. A little pop delivery,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely out toward the stick, so that should hold it for a while. Little heavy, they're saying. So the sweepers are just escorting it down the ice. Not happy. I had one little broom whack there. Is got asks.
Notice the ice here, right? He's
Yep.
3 inches into the 12 foot.
Yep. I think they're saying it. They think it's got enough weight. Just cleaning. I was trying to get it to move a little bit. Nice shot.
2 great shots.
He's going to use his green one now. He's going to drive it back on an angle hopefully into both yellows. Get some action on both of those.
So Hiroki Maeda is the second, throwing his last rock at the second end. Out turn, drill back, looking at 2 yellows in the 4 foot, hoping to hit this close to nose, and it looks a little on the high side.
Yeah,
Pretty good. Got them all moving.
Scott has to deal with that green one. So he's just trying to pick it out of there. Definitely doesn't want to drive it back into his own yellow.
I think he's calling to try to make that rock hang around, but
It would be
first things
tough.
first is get it out of the rings, and
Sweepers are indicating it's got enough weight. Whatever. He had the arm chop weight on that one. Looks like he's got it, but he will roll out. Rocks are pretty lively. And the houses are pretty lively as well.
so in-turn hit. And that is on the high side for sure. They're trying to make this curl.
And
I think
they've got it.
Gonna stick around. That was a big finish at the end. Great
I-
sweep. In turn, trying to make this nose hit.
A little bit of a roll.
So just trading rocks these days here.
Yep.
Again, in turn, it will finish here. We've seen that. And it looks like it's going to hit it. Maybe roll a touch, but basically nose hit. I guess it's the first team that gets that roll. Will have advantage.
A little bit tighter ice here. It's definitely going to give it a shot.
Okay, Scott's first rock of the second end.
Sweeping it hard, trying to get it to get across the face a little bit, and
Actually rolled wide, eh?
yep. Changing turns. Interesting. Going to the out turn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Out turn hit for Takumi. Looking for the roll. Both on it, trying to keep it straight.
Not a lot of weight. Slight roll, but definitely not enough to get around the.
They might have been just leaving it there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you nothing to lose here. You got to roll all the way across the sheet or behind that yellow one on the center line.
Nice smooth delivery there. Clean release, no pop.
You're going on it.
Definitely has a roll. Will it stay? It will not.
No.
And this is just a blank end here.
Okay, so after two ends, 1-0 for Team Howard. We'll be back shortly.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back. Again, the center guard is called for, and it is on the center line, so it cannot be moved. We are playing the 5-rock rule, no tick rule in this competition. And Maeda is asked for the corner guard, trying to get it to curl a little bit more, get it off center. That's a good corner. Looks like Scott has asked Tim to go around that center guard.
So intern draw. I'm Al Harnden, here with you at Kantovaara at the YNCU Curling Center in Ste.Marie at the Henderson Medal Fall Classic. Juha, it's been a great event so far. We're just getting started, but just want to let everybody know how appreciative the committee is for the corporate partnerships that we've forged over the last couple of years, including Henderson Metal, who came on this year as the title sponsor, and very appreciative of having Terry and her folks taking on this venture, along with Coyote Dealers of Ontario as the presenting sponsor. So, we have many others. We'll try to mention them along the way as well.
And the draw around the center guard was made. Now Team Maeda is trying to get on top of that yellow one. Looks like it might be just a hair short. Not bad though. That's in a pretty good position.
Yeah, well done.
It's like a chess match.
And a reminder out there that there are 6 games going on, so you're welcome to watch any one you want. You have to surf on there and find the game and the team that you're wanting to watch.
Yeah, all you need to do is you can go to SiouxCurlers.com. There's a link there under the Henderson Medal Fall Classic, or you can go directly there on YouTube if you go to Curling Stadium Sioux SOO and click on the live link. You'll see all 6 sheets. And there's a little bump right in the ring, so the obligatory run back here. So we're going to see if we can get a drill back here into the pile. It seems to be the standard way of getting out of these kinds of situations today.
So out turn, trying to drill this back into the pile. And then got rocks moving. Howard's still lane 1.
Would like that green one's kind of just slither behind that corner guard. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But did some rock removal there. It's the out turn hit here. Trying to keep it straight.
They're pushing on this one. It's got to be tight. And he's wrecking.
Did not get there. Wonder if he was a little tight on that one. Didn't have a heck of a lot of weight on that. Looked like maybe bored.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on some of these rocks going to the wings are really snapping off. So keep an eye. Maybe they're just not quite taking enough ice there. Didn't look like he turned it in.
Interesting.
So, looks like a hack weight shot.
Yeah,
out
I think
turn.
so.
I think trying to roll away to the wings. Late 2.
He did give an indication of maybe getting over the top, getting onto the low side, and maybe getting a roll in behind.
Well, by the guard.
Yeah.
Exactly what they called.
Yeah. Oh, line 2.
So they've got the ring split here. Lane 2.
See which turn he plays here.
So Scott has asked Matt to throw an out turn, or I guess it's in turn.
In turn. Yep.
trying to roll over in the vicinity of that other green rock in play. Now try to make it curl.
No, not quite enough roll to get him behind that center guard.
Gonna guess he's gonna try to roll back to the edge.
Ask for board weight here. They definitely popped their hits a little bit. Almost righted the ship there before he.
Well, hang around.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, opportunity missed there.
Yeah.
Unforced error.
So we're in the third end of a 8-end game here with Howard's team up 1-0. Matt Cam's last thought of the end, out-turn hit, hoping to stick there.
Yep. Definitely wants to stay out there, doesn't want to get him behind cover. And very well accomplished. A lot of handle in this one.
I don't think he's trying to.
I don't think so. I don't think he's trying to get behind cover. He's just trying to stay right there. Oh, just hung around. A little biter on the edge. Scott has to still deal with it.
So pretty precise shot out here to keep the rock in play. Can't roll anywhere to the outside.
Looks like he's probably throwing a normal hit weight at this, I would think.
Yeah. Definitely firm.
Yeah.
And that's got to
that right away.
Trying to carve that. No.
And does not stick around.
So a little bit of an opening here now. The team ahead, they're going to try to get around that center guard, I'm sure. See if they can't generate a two-ender.
I would think. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot to discuss here. Oh, this is interesting. He's peeling the center guard, or he's trying to. That's a heck of a split if he makes it. I think it's a peel.
What do you think about this stuff?
I'm not enamored with it. I think I would have gone around.
I'm gonna guess it's probably because it's an odd end.
Yeah, maybe. Wants the control with the hammer.
Oh.
Scott's going to throw it in the rings. Yeah, that was an interesting call. Just throwing an out-turn draw here. Like to get into the edge of the four. Sweeping this one hard. Looks pretty good. Kept it high. Takumi needs to hit this on the high side and roll out. I would think we're going to see a pretty good weight here.
So intern peel, hoping for the blank. Looks like he's got this shot made.
Yeah, he does.
So it's 1-0. Howard after the third end. We'll be back with fourth end action shortly.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
And we're back. Team Howard put up a center guard, which isn't touching the center line. So it is, you can tick that, but it is very close. And Team Maeda threw up a corner guard. And Scott's asking Tim to go around that center guard. Wrap one around it. Looks like a very nice shot. Got it to the forefoot. 2/3 buried. And he's asked for a, Takumi has asked for a draw up to that yellow one that's in the forefoot. Just trying to keep it straight here. Very good sweeping there. Got it to the, almost to the forefoot. Now Scott's asked to come down on top of that one. Just bump it back. Jason took another look at where the broom was there. And the rock's coming down with an out turn. Trying to again get on top of that, the one that the Maeda team just put there. Weight looks pretty good. He's trying to get right on top of it. And it's pretty well what he called. So Takumi has asked Hiroki to drill this yellow one back. It's an intern heavy takeout. Trying to keep it straight. Don't want to get across the nose. Drove it back. Got rid of 2 yellows.
So pretty clean game so far, Juha.
Yes. And no one's, they haven't gone crazy yet trying to build a pile anywhere.
No. So Team Maeda with the hammer here in the fourth end. They opted to blank the third end instead of going around the center guard and trying for a deuce. Might be a little different this end. They get that opportunity.
I think so. Scott's asked Jason to pick this out and roll to the viewer's right.
Going on this. Short run back to lane 2.
Yep.
Couple of corner guards to work with there.
I think he's attempting the hit and roll behind the corner.
So far, the only offense really is trying to make rolls, and neither team has been able to quite do that yet. But they're going on this one. It's curling. Trying to keep it straight. It's over curling.
Yeah, it did.
And rolling up. So once again, going to the wings, Juha seems to be lots of movement.
Definitely. He did move the broom in. When he initially put the broom down, he had a little bit more ice.
Yeah.
And then he moved it in. The first spot might have been better.
Looking at a tight guard here.
He did touch the yellow that was in the rings. Don't think he would be playing a tap back, but I'm with you. I think you'd probably want to play a guard.
So intern guard.
Or tap.
Trying to make this curl, get a little closer to center line and in front of their own rock. Left it at least half open.
Yeah. Thick half.
Yeah. So I think they're going to give it a try here. Hit what they can see and try to roll that behind their own guard.
Well, you need a little bit more than hack weight here. Probably just need a dying duck here that can get to the boards, get that roll that they want. Looks like it's got enough weight. Now they're just trying to keep it straight.
Tight to that guard.
Oh, got it by.
Whoa. How far will it roll? I think that's pretty darn good there.
I would say so.
So made the hit and roll. That's the offense that they've been showing this game. Behind both their corner guards.
You can see maybe a quarter of a rock there.
Basically, it forced Team Howard to get around their own, try to get out of this end.
Just wondering which turn he wants to throw. He's gonna throw the in turn. Scott's asked Matt to throw this in turn draw around that off center guard.
Well, straight come around. Haven't done much with it. And this is going deep.
It just slips
Might
behind.
come out the other side.
Yeah. About a thin half there that he can see.
Basically the same shot.
I think so.
That looked a little tight. They're going on this, both of them, trying to keep this straight. That's touching center line already. I really have to go on this one. Looks like
Oh,
they got
they got
room.
it.
Well done. The Team Maeda leading 2 here in the fourth end. And Team Howard trying to get out of this end by making a roll behind their own guard out front.
It's just going to be soft weight at this.
Those are 2 great
Definitely
shots
wants-
by the Japanese third.
Yep. 2 beauties.
Out turn attempt at a hit and roll.
Yep.
On and off is usually a pretty good sign.
Again, another thin half to look at here. He knows the ice. Pretty well played it.
Yeah,
Third shot in a row.
Third shot in a row that's exactly the same.
Oh, just took a little bit more ice.
Out turn hack. Wait.
I think so.
Attempting to lay 2 here in the fourth end.
Definitely looks like it's got enough weight.
Looks like it's got the right line and the right weight.
Don't want to overcook it. It just rolls out.
So a little bit of a surprising error there, but that'll give Howard's team a chance to get around that guard again. And if they make this perfect, they'll get out of this by forcing the other the Japanese to take their single in the fourth. So Scott with an in-turn draw.
Well, they're sweeping this one pretty hard. See if the intern moves that much. I think it will.
It will finish.
Here it comes. They just got by the guard. Oh, that's a beauty. It's high.
So great shot. And force is on. So they had their chance for two there, but the rollout made it to the point where the best they can do here is draw to the 4-foot circle to tie this game 1-1.
And this is just a draw for one. Turn draw. Sweeping it pretty hard. Definitely don't want to come up short.
They're going hard on this, Juha.
Yeah.
All three of them are going at it here now, trying to get that rock up into at least the full 8 foot. And it looks like they've done that.
Yeah. Excellent sweeping for one.
Just barely.
Okay.
So after the fourth end, it's 1-1. Team Howard, Team Maeda will be back in a few minutes.
On behalf of the volunteer board, the support team, and all the families who will be helped by this year's Sandra Schmirler Foundation Telethon, thank you for being a part of this historic moment. $1,126,014, a new record, exceeding our goal, and most importantly, countless families from St. John's to Victoria to Yellowknife and babies in over 100 hospitals in between will be impacted by your generosity. And we couldn't do it without the amazing partnerships we have with Curling Canada, TSN, and Net2Phone Canada. They connect you, our generous supporters, with so many of the Scotties participants and our volunteers on Telethon Day. A special thank you to Jocelyn and Brett for sharing little Luke Gallant's stories, and all of the families across this great country who shared stories of how Sandra's legacy has helped their little ones grow up and become champions. In each of the last 3 years, because of generous supporters like you, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has been able to give back $1 million to help babies in every province and territory. And this year's telethon will ensure we can continue that incredible momentum. Thank you for helping champions start small.
Thank you, Canada!
And we're back. And the Miami team threw the first rock into the rings, and Scott decided to take it out. Wasn't willing to dance yet.
No, so far both teams have been pretty conservative. We play this fifth end.
No hit.
So I'm going to guess this end.
I would think so. Oh, no.
Changing it up.
Yeah, I'm going to throw the corner. Nice corner guard. Takumi's asked for a center guard here, just off center.
Over curling a bit, but that's kind of the call anyway. But like a board weight, hack weight shot.
I think that's hack.
In turn, I don't know if he can get underneath that guard. You have to come pretty tight.
I would think so. Got it out, but wasn't able to get under cover. That would have been a really good shot if he could have got under cover with that. Now Team Maeda is going to try to duplicate that shot.
Just a reminder to people out there that there are tickets at the door. $15 to get yourself in to watch some world-class curling. Come on down to the YNCU Curling Center on the Boulevard. And there's an unforced error there. Yeah.
Definitely. He got it out there. He gave it an intern hit, and he gave it a little bit of a pop at the end, and I think that kind of just got it on the wrong line.
Again, thank you to our sponsors, just to name a few that have provided great support to this event. Without our sponsors, this event is not possible. So thank you very much to Delta Hotels, Waterfront Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma Steel, Canadian Banknote, Royal LePage, Quintas, BDO, Jasmine Gaffey Harnden Law Office, Sault Today at the Sault Ste. Marie Airport. All platinum sponsors. Thank you so much to all of you. And many of them are here watching today. And we had a great social last night. Beautiful evening, and good time was had by the executive and the teams that showed up, and of course our sponsors as well.
And Team Howard went around that corner guard, so now they're lying 2. And we've got a little head scratching going on here by Team Maeda.
So the deuce is set up for sure. A little bit of offense going here, and we're calling a timeout.
Timeout. They're going to have a little bit of a conversation here. It is the 5th end.
So it looks like 2 options here. Right?
I think so. You could come down on top of the one that's there, bump it back a little bit. I don't think you'd be second shot, but you would definitely be behind cover. You could run the green one back. You could do that as well. Or you could go around everything, try to get into the forefoot. Could do that as well.
Yeah.
I think they've touched every rock so far.
Yeah. Definitely a dilemma because obviously the one yellow is fully buried behind the yellow guard, and then the other one is partially buried, and the only roll you would have would be wide. So.
Interesting.
Probably the only difficult shot, but if it's made, it may get them out of this little bit of a dilemma here. So they're looking at playing a thin double. Get rid of the guard and then directing over to the one that's in
I think this is just a tick.
Oh, wow.
I think this is just a tick. He's trying to just get a redirection here in behind.
Okay, so they're not even playing this with any kind of weight. But, maybe just through the rings?
Yeah, I would think so.
That is going.
I think with that weight, it's going to curl. It's definitely trying to hold it straight. An interesting call. Do have two green guards now.
Yeah. Two.
Scott could go for the jugular now and get another one in there. He's asking which yellow one he'd like to get him behind. Interesting.
Well, Matt's coming down the sheet to here to have a little confab with Skip Howard, and they're talking about a couple of options.
They could loop one around that. I don't know if that hole's big enough. It probably is to loop one through there between the two green ones and get into the.
Plenty of options here.
Yeah. Could split the rings.
Yeah,
Scott's showing a. Get a third one in on out in the wings. Oh, they're going to go around that yellow one. I think. Nope. Nope. They're going to throw one out to that side. To lie 3.
So they're spreading them around, right?
Yep. They're trying to keep the 3 alive here in this end, I think.
So if the shot is made, there will be opportunity for the team from Japan to make a hit and roll to maybe get out of this end, but laying 3, that will be on.
Trying to get this one to the tee line. Need to curl a little bit more. That one didn't curl as much as they thought it would.
Trying to get it deep too, right?
Yep.
So they've got it behind the tee line. There is opportunity for a roll. Both the top one and the 12-foot right where it sits. And that's what they're looking at. And there's also, if you put there, there's an opportunity for a roll there. Looks like that's what they're taking. In turn, trying to make this hit and roll, get out of a little bit of a jackpot here. Team Howard laying 3 and 1-1 game consistent. In turn takeout. They're working at it, trying to keep it straight. Now they're trying to curl it. It's got to be close.
I think they're pretty close. Came out in the open.
And went right in the hole, right? So
yep.
Definitely exposed. Probably going to have to throw some pretty firm weight to keep this in the ring.
I would think so.
So, calling for an in-turn, I believe.
Has more room on the in-turn.
Okay, in-turn. Trying to make this step, roll it behind the guard, keep it in the rings and lay 3. Keep the pressure on.
Working this one hard. Got it by. It's going to stick around. It will not.
Okay.
Would you call that an unforced error?
Again, it was going to the wings. Seem to be throwing a little bit more, and they're getting a little tricked on it, all both teams. So Team Maeda trying to make an out-turn hit and roll here, get themselves underneath.
I don't think he can be shot without exposing coming out the other side of that corner guard, but
Kind of keeping it clean.
haven't touched it much. Definitely has a roll.
And again, rolled right in the hole.
Ooh. That one there, they could have they could have got a much bigger roll. Mind you, it would have been behind the yellow one, but better than where it is now. Well, this is going to be an outturn, an in-turn hit again for Scott. It's almost edge on edge there, I think. It's pretty close. Might have a little bit of daylight.
Yeah. So they're looking at which way to go. So if he rolls it underneath to the right hand side, I'm going to guess that the 17 will have to get that.
I would think so.
They roll it the other way. Could be a few options. Well, we could go
Depends on where the yellow one stops.
where the roll happens.
Now they're going back down and taking a look at it again.
Yeah. It's a big shot. Been a tight game, 1-1 obviously, and we're into the second half, but the first one that gets that deuce certainly has some threat.
Oh, sticking less ice. As you can see, the clock is ticking. Our team has used a fair amount more time than the Maeda team has.
So this is draw 2 of the Henderson Medal Fall Classic from Ste.Marie, the YNCU Throwing Center. Off to a great start here in this championship. So in-turn hit. Did not see which way he wanted to roll as his first option, but now they're trying to make it curl. So
I would think they're trying to. No, they're trying
to
to roll
roll
behind
underneath
the
zone, right?
Nice shot.
Yeah, I don't see any double there. Do you?
No, well, it would be very difficult. You'd have to run your green one back into them.
And I don't think they're going to play that.
No, I don't think so either.
Just eating the food there.
I think so.
That's taken care.
Yeah, they'd have to really squeeze it.
He's throwing. He's going to be throwing a.
Yeah, he's definitely
yeah.
Oh, took a little bit more ice. Oh. This is definitely going to be peel weight, I think.
For sure. In turn, keeping it straight. They're both on it. Big shot here, and it's falling off a bit. We're running straight.
You get enough of the other one? And he did.
Wow. Okay.
Quite a shot.
So that'll force another blank. Great shot.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Yeah. didn't quite have the angle for us to be able to see that, but I think
I think it was pretty hard. I would have given him a 4 on that.
Yeah.
If I was scoring.
So, final shot here of the 5th end. Clearly it's a blank end.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the 6th.
And we'll be back.
Gripper first.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, you got it. Yellow.
Come on. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, yeah!
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
And we're back. Team Maeda had put up the center guard, touching the center line. It cannot be moved. And Team Hard has put up the corner guard. And Takumi has asked his lead to put this rock around that center guard. A little late. Well, but it's a hard.
That looked like that picked up right
Yeah, I
there.
think so. Had the opposite handle when it stopped.
Yeah. So again, Team Howard with the advantage of having last rock here, 6-10. Center guards are up, and there is one corner which I believe is turning it around here, and it is moving to the wing field.
Yeah. Definitely has a lot of late movement. This one should bury very nicely.
Maybe even come out the other side a touch.
Yeah, came out just a sliver.
So well done. And the game on.
And Takumi's asked his second Hiroki to go around this corner guard and nestle up against the looks a little heavy. Yeah, definitely a little heavy. Just nudges off that and rolls out into the open.
So again, Team Howard with last rock advantage. Play 2. And a pivotal 6th end.
Right, like a hit and roll here. He's throwing an intern, like an intern hit and roll in behind the cover there, behind the center guard. But it will be behind the T line. If He makes the shot.
Up, hold it down.
Looks pretty good. It's going to roll enough. 3/4 open. Yeah, he's playing the freeze. Interesting call.
So out turn for you. Howard lane 2, 6-10, and 1-1 tie.
The freeze is one of the most difficult shots in curling. Very precise. Don't want to create any space between your rock and theirs.
Like good line.
Just a little bump. That's very good.
So a little tap here, trying to get some angles or a good angle.
We'd like to get it just on the high side here, just a bit. Like to move that back yellow one about 6 inches.
Or more.
Yep. Yeah, we don't have to go too far, but
yeah, just get the angle.
Yep.
Save the one that's there. An opportunity to lay first, third, and fourth with a good angle.
Oh, burned it. Oh, he burned the rock right at the
Before
end.
contact was made, the rock was burned, and that's unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
And that can change the game pretty quickly there. Suddenly you're going to be going from offense to defense.
I think that's a call. Top 4 foot, get in behind cover. Maybe show him a sliver of your rock that you're throwing here, the outturn draw. That looks like a lot of weight. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of weight. Definitely all by itself. Doesn't need any help. Another.
It's finished for him.
Yeah.
However, I believe there's room there. Not sure if that green one, the back green one, will go by that yellow one, or
I don't know. I don't know if it'll drag at all.
Yeah.
It might drag a bit.
Yeah. Either way, they got to try this.
It's the green with
edge on edge.
Yeah, it's edge on edge. So it's he's playing it.
It's not on the weight. I think it's a little bit down weight here.
Yeah.
Again, I think the thinking is get the angle again. We're getting an opportunity because that one there was not exactly what the team wanted.
Well, they want it to be definitely shorter.
Yeah, and also save that one. That's it. And they're trying to make this curl here now. Okay, so first, third, and fourth, kind of like what they wanted last time. Not the best angle, but still have kept all their rocks in play and in the rings. That's potential counting points.
This is going to get a little critical here, I think.
Yeah. So if we're getting down to the nitty gritty here in the end and looking for an out turn hit, now we're trying to make it curl, and it seems to be hanging out there.
Definitely not a good shot.
So large opportunity here.
Yeah, definitely to get multiple points here.
So trying to free throw an out turn hit, crossing that rock.
I think so. Don't want to be just quiet weight, something that can manipulate.
So Matt Cam throwing this, trying to make it curl a bit.
Makes the hit. Doesn't roll behind cover, but
so in a whirlwind of trouble. Takumi Maeda here in the sixth end. In a 1-1 shot.
they're looking at some type of hit and roll, getting in front of that back yellow one that's in the back.
Yeah, definitely there.
Yeah. In turn hit. I think the vice was saying even if you make the hit and roll and you bounce upwards even a little bit, as long as you're behind that the green guard
area
that's on the center line. Yeah, even just a straight hit and roll behind that green guard and it's touching the center line wouldn't be too bad. Because you're searching here. I want to see how you're not going to give up multiple points.
Well, it's pretty much now or never here. Definitely a doable shot, but they need to make this now. I don't think they're going to throw a lot of weight on this because they can't afford to roll over the top. Too far, at least.
I think so. He's not throwing a lot of weight at it. Definitely wants to stick around.
Well, in turn, looks like about board weight.
Trying to keep it straight. Remember this, it definitely curls from the inside out.
Doing this the whole game. If there's been anything, it's been over curl, right? But there's hit and roll.
Yeah. Couldn't do much better than that.
Is there a hole there?
I don't know if that's bigger than a rock. If it is, it isn't very much bigger than a rock.
You could probably carry one through there, too. Like tick through the hole and straight back.
Yeah, you could.
That's what they're looking at, the hole.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than a rock. Not much though.
So make this probably have to go through the hole again. So big shot here. So Scott Howard in turn hit through a very tiny port. Finally 4 here in the sixth end. Just kind of cleaning it. Still cleaning it.
He's through the hole.
It's through the hole. Now laying 4 in the sixth end.
Oof.
And he got the roll as well. big trouble here.
I would say so. I don't think you can draw through that hole.
Don't think so? I'm not sure what it's up to the scale. I think he's trying it. So it looks like the indication is an in-turn draw through the hole.
That's a tiny little hole. It's staggered the right way, but
yeah.
Boy, that's
even if he makes this, there's an out-turn drill back.
Yep, for sure.
Probably handshakes.
Boy, he doesn't have a lot of ice either.
No, again, we have that little bit of
Yep.
And lots of rotation. We'll keep an eye on that. So, skip the Takumi Maeda last shot here. Definitely an outfit.
Definitely. Sweepers are saying it's got enough weight.
And they're on this. And it's starting to go. It is close.
Very close.
It is close. He is through the hole.
He's through the hole.
What a great shot
that was. A great shot. Wow.
Yeah. Could have been a game saver there.
I would say so.
There still is that still back, though. I think they could still get 3 out of this.
Takumi made a brilliant shot there. Brilliant. Perfect weight.
Yeah.
Great line call. Great sweeping. No?
Maybe not 3.
I don't know.
There's going to be, if he hits this, he just wants to nip that, right?
That's right.
So the shooter may stay, depending on how. So they're on this. Opportunity for multiple points
Go
here.
on it. And he did take it.
And he picked it out of there. Wow. There was some shooting in this end, Juha.
For sure.
The 4-ender and the 6-10. Great shot. Great shots by both teams at the end there. And we'll see.
So Team Howard up 5-1 after 6. We'll be back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back. And Scott has asked for the first rock to be in the rings. There we go. So we got one in the rings. We have a corner.
So Team Maeda putting up the guards, trying to generate some offense here after giving up a 4-ender. Only 2 ends left, so they definitely need 2, preferably 3 enders.
Yeah, they definitely want to make at least 2 this end. Just coming home 2 down, without the hammer, 5 rock rule is definitely doable.
But you're saying there's a chance.
Oh, shit. Sometimes the probability is very low. And Scott's asked for a center guard.
So, as is often the case, offense is your best defense in this case. So,
I think so.
Don't want to go in the rings because 2 corner guards, you make one roll and it takes a couple of rocks to probably get rid of those. So, just playing the guard. So far, you have noticed that using the time clocks helps, right?
I think so. Yeah, the pace has been good in all the games. Yeah. We had 1 extra end game that in the previous draw.
Yeah, but still finished in a reasonable time, and it helps with the event just to keep it moving. Helps the spectators,
keeps everybody engaged.
Yeah, and frankly, it helps.
Just trying to move these rocks around a bit. Just trying to stay in front of them.
So they did go deep, and that's a pretty good shot there. Move them around.
And Scott's going to start working on the corners. Removing those. I don't know if he's trying. I don't think he's trying to get rid of any more than 1 rock here. He hit it really thin. He might be able to get back into the pile with the shooter. Nope. I think he's going to go around that corner. They're not a great tight space.
I think this is the right call.
I think so. Yep.
In-turn draw through a small foot, past the yellow and about 8 foot around the corner guard.
Definitely a lot of late movement. Got it around.
So, I'm not sure. I can try to feel that guard.
Yeah, I think so.
So, pretty thin. In-turn peel, attempting to double. Trying to make a curl here.
Wow, got everything.
We got this goal. What a great shot.
That was a great shot.
And that will deplete you in a hurry.
That's for sure. He's going to put the corner back up. There's 4 rocks in the rings now. I don't.
Now
the chances of a blank
4, yeah. Although you know what, those rocks are their friends.
Yep.
At some point they can be used.
2 are behind the tee line, so.
So in-turn the corner guard.
Yep.
No, there's lots of places for that to be jammed for sure.
Yep. I think you can throw a field weight at it and just hit maybe 3/4 of it with good spin on your rock. You probably get it out through the hole. I think this, what do you call it? There we go. I think it'll be motoring. Yep.
Well done.
Just trying to tap this one or hit it and roll it behind. Out turn.
Well, all the viewers from Japan out there. Nice to have you from the country today.
That's a nice shot.
Well done. Good hit and roll.
Only about.
Going to force Team Howard to try to drill that back, or they can
No, you can see about a thick 3/4.
Okay. No, they snuck it by, so great shot. And this is looking pretty dire here for Team Maeda. Team Howard laying 3, 4. No, just 3 is the other stop.
He's like 4.
4. Almost 5.
Almost.
Trying to get the 2 points here.
Yeah, I think he's going around that yellow one that's in the top 8 foot. That looks like a lot of ice.
It does.
Oh, no, he's freezing.
On the back one.
No, he's freezing for the back one.
Well, this would have to be
Yep. Well, needs to have the rock exchange a few molecules. Very slow speed.
Well, an attempt at a perfect free here decided to do it. Get back into it a little bit here in the 7th end.
This one looks a little light.
A little light, yeah. And over curling, eh?
Yep.
Slightly. So, Team Howard is playing 2. Ignore that one.
They could.
But I've decided to get rid of it, and I'm pretty sure that after, if this happens, we'll probably another draw for 1 and call it a game. Keeping it safe.
Keeping it clean. Through the hole. Line 5. And a draw for one. Intern draw to the, almost needs a piece of the button, not quite. The score is 1.
So a draw to the back. So it's a 5-2 game. See what happens. Same with
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of horsepower behind it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too heavy.
Too heavy. I think we'll see
and
a little handshake here.
A 5, and that will end that game.
Yeah. Final score 10-1. Howard over Maeda. Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Yep, thanks, and you can join us again at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, please. And thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Take care.
Yep.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.